Banerjee.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir. First of all, I fully support the budget introduced by the Honorable Finance Minister Sri Pranab Mukherjee. But sir, I have some observation in respect of some places as indicated in the speech of the Honorable Finance Minister. First of all, I want to place before your Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, that the BPL cards are not given to the deserving persons. I will suggest to the Honorable Finance Minister that let there be a statutory scheme in respect of the BPL cards, distribution of the BPL cards, so that deserving persons, really poor persons of this country can get the BPL cards. Sir, this was a great endeavor was made when the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005 was introduced in this August House. But unfortunately, in the Act itself, the scheme has made in such a fashion that even if I have any complaint regarding the non-extension of the works to a deserving person, I have to lodge a complaint to an officer who has been said to be a program officer, and incidentally that program officer is an executive officer of a Gram Panchayat. How a secretary of a king can decide a complaint against the king? Let the Act be amended so that if any aggrieved person really lodges a complaint against a Gram Panchayat for non-distribution of the works to a deserving persons, that complaint may be heard by an independent authority and the benefit should be given to the deserving persons, that the poor persons of the country. Sir, I come to very important aspect according to me, which is para 133 of the speech. Sir, the Honorable Finance Minister no doubt is having a discretion or the power to disagree with the view of his predecessor. With great respect, although disagreement is given, I do not find any reason why the disagreement has been given. Sir, at least on 2 occasions in our country, the Apex Court held that the legal service is not coming within the commercial establishment. Not the legal service comes within the purview of an industrial establishment. In our state, in the Calcutta High Court, it has been held that the legal service does not come even within the purview of the Shops and Establishment Act. I do not know why such legal service has been brought within the purview of the service category service tax. Sir, in today's country, most of the litigants come against the governmental function. Most of the poor people come against the governmental function before the Constitutional Court. It is not only the arbitration is there or the commercial cases are there. Today, it has gone up to, even in the Supreme Court, it has gone up to, in a year, it has gone up to more than 1 lakh it is coming. More than 1 lakh. Now there it has been extended the service tax, which I request the Honorable Finance Minister to review it. There is a vague thing I just point out that it has been said, quote, I propose to extend service tax on advice, consultancy or technical assistance provided in the field of law. What does it mean? Technical assistance provided in the field of law? Then covering the entire thing. If a lawyer argues before a court of law, even he comes within the category, the moment this expression has been said, technical assistance provided in the field of law. Then the next sentence is that, quote, this tax would not be applicable in case the service provider or the service receiver is an individual, unquote. Sir, with great respect to the Honorable Finance Minister, I know that, sir, he is a pride of our country as a parliamentarian, vis-a-vis as a minister, he is a pride of our country. But a service provider means a lawyer. If you go to a senior advocate, designated as a senior advocate under the Advocates Act, a senior advocate cannot function without having any assistance of a lawyer, which is called as an advocate on record. Therefore, the moment a person is going to a senior advocate, he has to pay the service tax. Now said service individual. Service individual means what? If two workmen goes to a lawyer, then they have to pay the tax. It is not. In a case that I can understand, in a commercial establishment, corporate sector, taxes has been provided. Anybody, if he goes in a service matters, today in our country maximum service matters are there, industrial disputes matters are there, constitutional questions are coming. Then if anywhere two persons are going, two peasants, two laborers, goes to the court of law, then they have to pay the tax. Now they are being, the moment it has become plural, he has to be brought, he is being brought like a corporate level. Therefore, I request the Honorable Finance Minister, kindly make a review exemptly. It would be a tremendous, to get a justice is also a constitutional right. It's a get a justice. Justice, one fights either before the court of law, one goes either before the minister or the government or the executive authority. They are going for getting the justice. When one is fighting before the court of law for getting the justice, then if it's provided the service tax, it would be, with my most humble submission to the Honorable Finance Minister, that it would be really unreasonable. I know I have fought it last 3 years. I have to fight out for the peasants of the Shingurs. I have to fight out for the Nondigram persons. I have to fight out for the poor peoples of the West Bengal. If service tax is provided for two peasants, then it would be really unreasonable.